And we're back right here on the Real 100 live on Kingdom Sound Radio. All right, we got to get back to that, man.
Yes,
so go ahead, man. So, what about this money thing? Talk to him about it. What was you saying?
It's very, very tricky. It's very, very tricky. A lot of times, parents feel that their kid is better than what they are. That's all of us. I'm guilty of it sometimes. Everybody's guilty of it. Everybody's parent, number one in basketball, is LeBron James.
Wait a minute. So you telling me that there's actually parents out there that think their kid is better than what they really are?
It's common. It's
Oh,
common.
wow.
We think our kids is better than what they are in whatever they do. So basketball is just the an opportunity to be able to we feel like all they need to do is show it. Give them more time, coach. Give them a little more time. Give them a little more time.
And hold up. See, that's a great point. And I think to all the parents out there, first of all, I'm a parent. My son plays basketball and has played a lot of sports. And I want to personally say this, that I think the best advice for parents, and I try to tell them this all the time, for your children is to be honest with your child. Now, I know sometimes we think, because me and my wife, we talk about this a lot, and she said I'm very hard on them, and I understand that. But truth be told, man, life is hard, man. And it would be better for you to tell them the truth than for somebody else. This is just my personal opinion. Now, it's not law. It ain't,
Well, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think the hardest part is I don't think the parents know the truth.
Oh.
I think they see their kids in a different lens.
Wow. That's good. And I think you got to be honest. And like I totally agree with you, Steve, that you have to be honest with yourself first and then be honest with them and then say, maybe this is not my child's sport, or maybe they won't. Not that they don't have to stop playing at that time. I mean, they can still continue, but, you cannot hold other people accountable for maybe your child's I'm not going to even say shortcomings, but maybe for something that they can't do. So I'm sorry, man. I had to say that because what you're saying is so true, and you run into this all the time. We run into it. When I say all the time, and it's not a bad thing. I think every parent, like you said, thinks of their child, and you should. You should encourage them in anything that they do, but be honest with them as well.
It's a dual relationship. It's a dual relationship between the organization and the parent, right? That's the number one thing. It's a number one dual relationship. I think the organization has to be very clear from top to bottom of what this organization is about. We are accepting your money. This is what the money is for. We're not guaranteeing to play. So it has to be a clear relationship and a personal relationship, between the player and the coach. I mean, between the parent and the coach and player and the coach.
Okay. Another question I'm trying to think about is can you put it more and put a good perspective on from a parent that if they're interested in this on the commitment level they have to be able to do to be a part of something like this?
Full time. You have to, and a lot of times when I say full time, you have to be able to commit to making sure that their parent that your kid has everything that they need to succeed and to be a part of the organization. Practices and everything. So I say this all the time. If you don't have a ride or if you can't make practice for such reasons, then it's your responsibility to carpool, find carpools. It's your responsibility to email the coach, text the coach. Let the coach hey, I would love to be on this team, but this is my situation. This is my financial situation. This is my job situation. And then it's up to the coach and you to know everything up front, and then figure out from there, how to handle it and how to be committed as best as possible.
No, I mean, that makes, like I said, a lot of sense too. Because a lot of times parents, they just think that they could just drop their kid off,
absolutely,
or take them to a game, and just think, okay, as long as I'm doing that, that's fine. I pay my money. The coaches are supposed to take care of the rest. But there's more to it than just doing that, and I think that they're missing that.
It is. But in fairness, it's up to the organization to set expectations for parents, because everybody is not going to be soccer mom. Everybody doesn't know, everybody is not going to be that parent. I mean, if I'm a parent and I'm not used to sports and I'm not used to anything, and I know my child loves sports, I probably will just pay my money and drop them off.
Right.
And think that's the that's the end of it. So it's up to parents to set. I mean, it's up for organizations to set expectations for parents. Just like I said, it's a dual relationship on both sides.
Hey man, this is great. First of all, if you just tuned in to KSR, I'm here actually co-hosting with my man Nick Lott
Yes,
on
good
Real
KSR.
100. Man, we're doing it big. We're here with Coach Stephen Lott, owner, CEO, proprietor, establishmentarian of London Athletics, from Cleveland, Ohio, based out of Atlanta, Georgia right now. And we're just talking real stuff, man, because, like I said, I think it's a point that everybody has to deal with. But as we started this segment, Nick, we started talking about money, man, and because for a lot of parents, you know, it's kind of two-sided. You deal with some parents, Steve, that know, you know, the investment. They know the investment not just
Absolutely.
in time, but they know the investment financially. But then there's other parents that don't know that investment. Then you got this parent, and I know you probably dealt with this, and we
Tell me
started
about
with
this
the
parent. I
money.
wanna
This
hear this
parent
parent. Let me
comes
hear
and
it.
says, hey, like I'm a first, you know, they don't know really what's going on, and this parent says, hey, I paid my money. Okay, and as you just said, organizations need money to run, to function. Okay, so they, if they're not sponsored or if they're not, you know, whatever. So some of them have different sponsors or whatever. But anyway, if they don't, they need finances. So they collect, let's just say a $300 fee. Could be more, could be less, whatever it is. Parent has given their money. I gave you, Coach Lott, my money for my son. What does that guarantee me?
Well, let's put everything in perspective really, really fast, right? Okay, when we think of AAU, we are talking, first off, when we have any of these type of conversations about finances, we're obviously talking about lower level AAU, right? We're talking about lower level AAU. This is not national AAU. This is not, you know, the AAU I grew up on where really the best players kind of come together to play, where college coaches come scout them. There are normally, the AAU that we're talking about is strictly for extra basketball activities, right? Period.
And that has to be explained, Steve. What you just said, I hope everyone heard that, what he just said, because AAU has changed big time.
Absolutely.
But when it was coming up, it was the best of the best, and you got selected to be on these teams and you travel. But now it's more turned into almost like a rec league, almost.
And it pretty much is. But the problem is, you know, as competitors, as organizations, you want to win. But then, you know, that's what it is. As a parent coming in, that either you're, you know, it's two different levels. Either you're great, or you're the best of the best, or if you're a parent and you're not really a basketball parent, then pretty much you're just like everybody else. Either you're great. So I can understand both sides, which is why the organization has to be clear about you know the way where they stand and how they run it. So the parents don't come in with expectations that are not fulfilled.
All right, that sounds great, man. We're going to finish it up. We're going to do one more segment after this. We're talking right now. It's the Real 100 with Coach Steve Lott on KSR. It's not music. It's just
Go
minutes.
Cavs!